Hot sauce drama, a friendship on life support. Episode 5 was a mess, y'all, and it wasn't because of the dog. Hey, y'all, welcome back to Are Y'all Watching? Are y'all watching 1,000 Pound Roomies, Episode 5? If you are, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're not, please like, comment, and subscribe. All right, so now let's get into this messy, emotional, and frustrating episode. So we pick up where we left off. The ladies are still at the camping site. Nisha opens up about her feelings, saying that Jazz doesn't appreciate her. And she even gets deeper into her past, talking about being in the cult. Things did get deep, but I'm glad, she's sharing more of her experience being in the cult. Then we see Jazz's side, where she says she does appreciate Nisha. But honestly, to me, um, she just doesn't know how to say it. And in my opinion, she just needs to say it, period. Just say, I appreciate you. That will kill it. But make sure it's genuine, okay? Now, let's get back to this. They have a set of friends that listen, they don't judge, and they don't provide negative opinions. They definitely are supportive towards their relationship, and they're not trying to tear down anyone. And I really am glad that they are showing how real women should be moving when it comes to a group of friends. No one should be talking negatively. No one should be taking sides. If there is a rift between friends, you guys listen and you speak when spoken. But I enjoy that piece. Now, fast forward, the ladies are home, um, and Jazz decides to surprise Nisha with a breakfast, brunch, lunch. And I think that was a cute idea, right? But things goes downhill quickly when Jazz asks for hot sauce. And the reason why it goes downhill quickly is because Nisha had already came from the kitchen to bring drinks. So now Nisha is getting up again to get a drink. Sorry, get the hot sauce. And then when she makes it to the kitchen, she noticed that the dog has tore the trash. So not only is she making an additional trip, she also has to clean up the mess that the dog has created. So I would feel used at this point, because Jazz wasn't letting go of that hot sauce. She was like, "Can you please bring it before you do this?" And I'm like, "Girl, your food is not that important." But then it also sheds light on how food is embedded in their brains. And we see more explanation to that when Jazz speaks with the therapist. So I get that Jazz is in pain. I get that she can't walk much. And I get, she needs help. But she really comes off ungrateful to me. And that's how I see it. Um, what do y'all think? Do you think she's ungrateful? How would you handle the situation? Like, there's really nothing you can really do when you have a friend in need, right? If you're a true friend, you'll provide the help. But just share your comments on how would you handle the situations, or if you agree that Jazz is ungrateful. Um, then we see Nisha get fired. She gets fired by her mom, where she is helping in her mom's daycare. Her mom states that she wants to retire, and if she can't, if she doesn't do it now, then she may not ever do it because she's always thinking of other people. That's the reason she told Nisha, and Nisha didn't like that explanation because she said, "You don't think about me," and right now this is proving Nisha to be right because she's losing her job. On top of that, Nisha is explaining what is she supposed to do. She's heavy. She can't stand on her feet. She can't do much. And that's where her mom said, Nisha, I will help you. I will help you. And here come with the excuses with Nisha. I don't want the surgery. I don't want the shots. Nisha said, I want to lose the weight naturally. But Nisha is not trying to lose weight. Losing weight is not even in Nisha's mindset. She may give it a thought, but she's not trying to lose weight. Nisha is content at where she's at. That's my thought. Let me know if you agree. But we get a little bit further into Nisha's resentment towards her mom. She explains how when Nisha decided to leave the cult when she was of age, I believe she said 22, her mom remained in the cult, and she didn't get to speak with her mom for years until her mom decided to leave the cult. So she resents her mom. She feels like she's abandoned. That's the word that was used, abandoned. And I understand. And she feels abandoned now that her mom is closing down the daycare. Nisha's mom explained that she just wants her to do better. And I think what Nisha's mom really is saying, baby girl, I can't keep holding your hand. Regardless of what you have in your mind, your thoughts about me, whatever you think about me, I'm still providing you with assistance and support. And I need you to get up and make some moves. And I really do think her mom is forcing Nisha to do that. Only thing is, Nisha don't like to be forced to do anything. So there's going to be pushback. Okay, so I want to bring up one thing that Nisha says about Jazz. She says Jazz is needy. I also think Nisha is very needy, but they need different things. They require different things. But Nisha definitely displays to me as uh, spoiled a little bit. And I might be using the wrong word, but I think she is a little spoiled and selfish to a point. I understand she is a caregiver, but you can still be a giver, and be selfish. And she is selfish in some terms of how she want people to feel. You're supposed to feel a certain way because that's how I think you should feel. Because guess what? Why aren't you happy that I planned this camping trip? Not thinking Jazz doesn't feel well. That to me is a selfish mindset that Nisha has. Let me know. Let me know. Let's have a convo down below. So later, Jazz goes to her therapy session. She has to go to this therapy session um, because it is required for her to get approved for her weight loss surgery. We see Jazz talk about the reasons of why she took to food, um, her feelings of herself, um, that she has been in abused relationships, and she's seen her mom being abused, and why she's angry with her mom. Uh, by her, having this therapy session, which is a great thing, we understand that she the anger for her mom is because her mom was not um, the person that showed her what real love is supposed to be. um, you know Painless love, um, and then also protect her as well when she got into those relationships. So we got deep into that with the therapist, as well as the therapist told her, you can overcome this. You just got to change your mindset. So, and he explained that this is the hardest addiction to beat. Um, so, I want to say I wish more TV shows would provide therapy sessions to people when they do life changing things, because when you are coming from one world to another, regardless if it's being a regular person and being a superstar, or a heavy person to losing weight, a mom, a single parent, whatever it is, whatever show it is, I really do think they should have a therapist to assist these people with next steps. But anyway, that's how I feel on that as well. And of course, we couldn't get through the episode without another fight. Jazz treats Nisha like her assistant, and we see that when it comes to, "Are you going to take me to my exercise class?" After Nisha told her, "No, I can't. I picked up some baking good gigs, and I won't be able to do it." Um, Jazz acted very surprised about that, even though they had a conversation face to face. It wasn't a text. It was nothing. They were sitting right by each other in the kitchen, where Nisha said, "I can't take you," and somehow Jazz missed that. And that is something I believe is very selfish of Jazz, where she thinks someone should drop everything for her to accommodate her, and that is not a real friendship. I think if these women were to actually communicate, some of this stuff wouldn't go on. Um, I'm not saying that they're not communicating, but they're definitely not showing it on the show. Because if Nisha came home and told Jazz, "Hey, I just got fired. I will be doing odd end things to make the money," there's no way Jazz should be fixing her mouth for a ride. There's no way, because she should know that Nisha is going to be needing her time to make ends meet, unless Jazz is offering up to pay the bills. But I have not. That's not part of the conversation. Um, so to me, I feel as though if they would have a honest conversation, some of these arguments wouldn't happen. Um, anyway, so we get to the weigh-in where we see Nisha support Jazz to the doctor. Jazz weighs in, and we see that she did not lose all of the weight. It looks like about 30, 40 pounds that she still needs to lose. She was devastated, but I do appreciate, Nisha showing up for her and providing that support. Um, During the show, you could see Nisha, I'm sorry, during the show, you can see Jazz not, she said she got her appetite back, and uh, she decided to, eat, get her strength back or things like that. But she wasn't consuming little things. She was consuming meals. So I don't know how seriously she was taking it, or she was just crossing her fingers hoping that she lost the weight. So hopefully now that she has to really focus on this, that she won't risk this surgery again, and actually not consume the things that she's consuming. A little burger here and there. We've seen how much she consumes, and that's not like being funny. They showed it in the episode. Um, Her plate of, she said she had a burger, burrito, and she had a full plate of fries. And that's a lot of food if you're trying to lose weight. So I hope that the next episode, she meets that weight goal. Okay. Other than that, the ladies do apologize again to each other. I just don't know if these apologies are really, I would say, intentional, genuine, because there is no uh, convo to them besides, "Hey, I appreciate you." We should be like, "Hey, I apologize for making you feel this way because of this, and or I'm going through this, and I apologize that I'm making you feel this way while I'm going through this." But anyway, that's their friendship. But I hope that they learn to communicate better, and that is what I feel. But anyway, thanks for joining me for episode 5 review of 1,000 Pound Roomies. What did y'all think of the show? Do you think that their apologies are genuine? Do you think they can work through their differences? And do you think Nisha is genuine about losing weight, or is it hearsay? Am I judging Nisha too hard about her wanting to stay the way she is, or am I missing something? But drop your thoughts below. Please like and subscribe. And till next time, y'all have a great day.